welcome to episode 490 of Good Luck High Five.
That's right. You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering. Whether you are already maybe playing some Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate with all your friends, or you're like, I'm waiting for Double Masters, we are here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Meghan.
And if you're like, wow, that sounds like a lot of product releases in a very short period of time,
you're
right.
not wrong.
There is a lot of stuff coming out in Magic.
Wow, there really is. On the news just yesterday, we were like, okay, Battle for Baldur's Gate is available now.
It's out.
And then we were like, also, by the way,
Double Masters. Previews start this week.
Previews starting this week.
Thursday.
Didn't they just end? Yes.
Yes.
Aren't they just starting? Yes.
The cycle never completes and never starts.
No.
Just a
it's
continuous
a circle.
serpent eating its tail at this point.
It's a Mobius strip.
But before we get into our show where we're going to talk about Baldur's Gate.
Okay, before we get into our show where you thank the patrons of our show for making it possible, I have a question that's going to be upsetting to you.
Let's go.
Okay.
Is this a basketball question?
Okay. Do you know what it wasn't going to be, Maria? But now, but I'll ask the basketball question later.
Okay.
Okay. You know a Mobius strip, which is like you like twist it and you link it, and it's right always surface. Morbius strip. Huh? That's all I'm gonna say. You figure out what it means to you.
I'm about ready to more about myself today. Feeling it coming on.
More about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Baldur's Gate. We're going to talk about the story for New Capenna because
we're going to close it out,
it's wrapping up.
Yeah,
last chapter.
We're going to say what happened.
The final chapter.
The answer is lots of action, so get ready.
And we've also got these two mystery boxes in front of us.
Yes.
That were mailed to us, and we're going to open them for you and do an unboxing. Mystery boxes. But yeah, before the show begins,
I have to ask Maria a question about basketball.
Okay, go ahead, go for it.
Okay, Maria, do you know what happened in last night's basketball game?
Somebody ate popcorn.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that they probably did.
Nice.
Though not any of the players, I don't think. During the game, as far as I'm aware.
True. Yeah.
Okay, so the Boston Celtics, and the Golden State Warriors, are currently in the finals. So the NBA finals, the big time finals.
This is the end of is the whole thing.
Yes, this is the end of the whole thing.
Stanley Cup situation.
Exactly. The Golden State Warriors were the Western Conference champs. The Celtics were the Eastern Conference champs. Now they're gonna battle each other, be all-time NBA champs.
Ooh, okay.
The Warriors had a great first, second, and fourth quarters.
But not third.
Surprisingly for the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
But now they now lead the series 3-2.
Wow. Out of 7, is it?
Yes, out of 7.
Uh-oh.
But they are heading back to Boston, so Boston will have home court advantage for the next game.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited? Are you excited about what great basketball Andrew Wiggins has been playing?
Oh my gosh. Look at me. Look at this face.
Are you really excited to see if Draymond Green is once again going to have a really hard time in Boston because they're especially mean to him there? Aren't you excited? Well, this has been the Are You Excited basketball update for Maria. This time next week, there will be a winner, and I won't be able to do this to you for like another 6 months.
6 months? Okay. Well, you know what? You get a lot of stuff when you tune into Good Luck High Five, everybody.
Especially thanks.
You do get thanks.
You do get thanks. Thank you so much to our patrons who make this show possible. Everything from the basketball segments to the Morbius strips.
You know what else I've done?
You make it possible, so consider that.
If you're a patron, this is something else that I've done. Speaking of Meghan forcing me to listen to basketball talk, I recently, in our patron Discord, started an Our Flag Means Death channel. So everyone can go in there and talk about everybody's favorite gay pirate show. Yeah. And if you haven't seen it, consider this your... I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
Go watch Our Flag Means Death.
All 10 episodes. Okay.
Borrow someone's HBO Max login.
Yep. And just get in there. Get in
now
there.
been renewed for season 2, thank goodness.
Yeah. And then come into our new channel in the patron Discord and talk about it. It's a lovely place. We're talking about everything and everything adjacent to it too, which is a pretty large swath of cool media. So think about it, everybody. Patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
Yes, you make this possible, and also it really means the world to us.
Yeah.
And thank you so much to both Neil and Kevin for either becoming new patrons or upping their donations in the past week. Neil and Kevin, the only thing standing between us and the sad trombone noise.
Thank you, Neil and Kevin.
It could be you.
Yeah,
it could be you joining our Discord and chatting about Our Flag Means Death or about basketball.
Yeah, both of those things are fair game, or magic,
Yeah. Or there's a lot of whatever. There are a lot of channels in our Discord dedicated to magic.
You just added a lore channel.
Oh yeah, recently. There is a lore channel.
So there's lore that you can talk about.
You can talk more about the Streets of New Capenna story that we're going to close out today.
By the way, we're also going to say thank you to our sponsor, Card Kingdom.
Yes.
For being champions of cards. In the realm.
Yeah. You know, they now have their pre-order campaign for Double Masters open.
Yes.
So as we said, they're like, okay, Baldur's Gate, Battle for Baldur's Gate, it's shipped.
It's happened.
It has happened. Get it out there. You can now pre-order
Double Masters.
Double Masters.
Yeah, and Double Masters, that's a set that's got a lot going for it. You get 2 rares or mythics in every pack, 2 foils. And there's a lot of cool new not new cards, reprinted cards with new art. Yeah. Which should be kind of cool. And you can, of course, draft it with your friends too. It's designed to be drafted. So check them out at cardkingdom.com/GLHF if you want to get your hands on some Double Masters.
Sick.
Shall we open these boxes?
Ooh, yeah. All right.
Mystery box opening.
Okay. I made Maria keep them in the cardboard. Yeah. I was like, all the way. If you're listening to this instead of watching it, you can only hear the sound of cardboard and bubble wrap right now.
There's a lot of bubble wrap.
Do you know what? But this is just for if you're only listening.
Oh my God, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ah. Okay, if you're only listening, this is just for you. If you're watching, plug your ears. Here you go.
Oh yeah. This is now an bubble wrap ASMR podcast. Who knew we'd be so many different kinds of podcasts today?
For listening. Honestly. Yeah. Hey, if you patron us. If you patron Good Luck High Five, you're not only patroning a magic podcast. You are patroning bubble wrap ASMR. You are patroning a basketball podcast.
Everything.
Think about it.
Anyway, what we've opened here are some beautiful, absolutely gorgeous wooden boxes that weigh
They're
50 pounds.
Look, they have a gorgeous handle on them so you can carry them like an old-timey briefcase made of wood.
Look at this. It's okay, so it's wood. It's gorgeous. It has Boo on it. It says Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate.
Ooh.
And it's got a wood etched top.
Yeah.
Okay, now undo the latch. How do you work this thing? Oh, there we go.
Wow. It is the chest of epic crossovers.
That's so cool. So we got a little card inside that says what it is. It's a wondrous item, legendary.
Ooh, yeah.
By the way.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Maria.
What?
We each have one of the commander decks. Which one do you think yours is?
Ooh, I don't know.
Which one do you think yours is? You have to guess.
Mine's gonna be the one with Kristen Stewart.
Oh, okay, yeah, the black-white.
The black-white one.
Mine is gonna be Mind Flayers.
Okay, look.
Ready?
Yep.
Mine is red green. Wow, we were both quite
very wrong. Wow.
Valdorn Dread Wolf Herald.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
She cool.
Wow.
She cool. I'm into it.
So inside we have one of the commander decks, Meghan said. That's
fantastic.
Awesome. Ooh, I love confetti.
All right.
What's this? We got a wooden token here. Oh my gosh, it's a life counter. But it's it's got gears, everybody. Do you see this?
Wow.
It's got gears that turn so you can set your life. It goes all the way up to like friggin' 60.
Oh man.
And the
this
gears
is very cool.
The gears are all magic mana symbols.
It's like a little compass.
Yeah, this
it
is
looks
really
like
awesome.
a compass, but they're gears. This is a very cool thing, actually.
This is super cool.
Like what is going on here? It's real. This is very
That's
awesome.
awesome. We got about 1,000 packs here. So we're gonna have to crack a pack
Ooh,
on the episode.
Maybe are we gonna have to bring everybody a flavor text theater?
I think we might have to.
We might have to bring you a flavor text theater. Here, I'm gonna pull out one of these set boosters for that later.
Great.
You will get a flavor text theater this episode. How about that?
I like it. Ooh, what's this? We got a bag of. It looks like a playmat tube.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's a leather playmat.
What?
Look at this. It looks like a treasure map.
Wow.
Holy cow. Wow. It is a leather playmat, limited edition, 31 out of 60. Not bad.
Wow.
With Boo on it. This is legit.
Let's see.
This
Holy
is like
buckets.
legit. Can you imagine going to F&M with this and being like, yeah, no big deal. It's just my leather Boo playmat.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is like absolutely wild.
I can't believe some of the stuff they are sending out these days.
I honestly can't explain the feeling of opening a leather
playmat.
Mine is 58 of 60.
Wow.
Almost at the end.
Almost at the end.
Yeah.
And this box
it has
has
like involved care instructions.
Oh, we got collector boosters.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast for sending us these. These are super cool.
Yes.
If you haven't checked out Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, Meghan did flavor text on this set, everybody.
I did.
So if you see a flavor text, you're like, oh, that's really funny. It's probably Meghan that wrote it.
There's a chance. There's a chance it's this dummy.
And I'm actually the most excited for when this set comes to Arena on July 7th. Because we're going to add in a bunch of cards into Alchemy and Historic, and I hope we just do some drafting and stuff.
Yeah, I hope that we have a more Alchemy draft.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, but...
Remember when we had that excellent idea for Alchemy draft, and then Alchemy draft came to
Arena?
And
then they did it? Yeah. Yeah, they listened to us. It's pretty nice. Thank you again for these. This is... unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah.
And then,
like,
cool
it
gift.
itself is like a deck storer.
Yeah,
right?
you can store your
because it has
stuff.
all these dividers in it, so you can put all your fancy little decks in here.
Wow. I'm going to show up to my next tournament carrying this like a briefcase.
Yeah. Be like, I'm here for business.
I'm going to be super sweaty.
Please don't
because this is
get
very
between
heavy.
me and my business. You know what I'm saying? It is time for the Scryfall Randomizer.
All right, we're going to hit the random button on scryfall.com, see what card comes up. Megan's going to show me the art, and I'm going to try and guess what the card does.
All right.
Last week, I came extremely close to getting it right, which I feel like
you were very close.
I'm never going to relive that glory day.
It was really impressive. Like mana cost, I think creature size, general idea of it. Here it is.
This is Tragic Slip.
It is not.
It's not? Well, it's the other version of it, right? You know, I fall. I fall -13.
I fall. It is in
From
fact
Innistrad.
a card that is very much I fall.
Yeah.
It is Tragic Fall. Is
Tragic
the name
Fall.
of this card.
Yeah.
Do you remember exactly what Tragic Fall does?
Tragic Fall. Okay, the art I should explain is a woman falling off of a very tall like tower of bricks.
Yes, and like they're like stepping back and like it's like cracking beneath their feet, so they're gonna fall.
Gosh, what was it? Tragic Fall. If a creature died this turn, something gets -13.
That was Tragic Slip.
Oh, okay.
That is what the original that you were thinking of.
Yeah.
So this is a Modern Horizons 2 card.
Oh, okay.
In the vein, obviously, of
Tragic
Slip.
Tragic Fall.
Yes.
Then no, I don't.
It is 1 and a black for an instant. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. And this is where the difference comes in. Hellbent, that creature gets -13/-13 until end of turn instead if you have no cards in hand.
Oh, a Hellbent thing for it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So it's like, this one was tricky because it is basically Tragic Slip, but a little bit different.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good card though, you know?
Yeah, of course it is.
Wow, gosh, Modern Horizons 2.
Yeah, man.
Those days. What days those were.
What days before we knew anything. Well, I guess we knew some stuff.
All right, Megan, here's your card.
All right, everyone. Let me paint you a picture, but with words. There is a blue sky against which stands three like a big wall of some kind with three towers in it that are kind of made of like some kind of like sandy colored stone.
Yeah.
But then in the foreground, most importantly, are two big dog growling menacingly,
staring straight at the artist,
straight at you.
you.
With like their jaws wide open and big spiky collars on their necks.
They will bite.
They're looking at you like, I bite. I bite you. I bite you now.
This art is very funny.
It is. Yeah.
What do you think this card does?
Okay. Can you tell me the name?
The name of the card.
I want to know the name of the card.
Very straightforward. Guard dogs.
Okay. It's just dogs.
Yeah.
Guard dogs. Okay. I'm going to say guard dogs is, I'm going to go with, 3 and a white for a 3/3 vigilance. The end.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's a great guess. It is 3 and a white. You nailed that.
Ooh.
Creature dog.
Yes.
Surprising no one. This is from Planes Chase, everybody. Plane Shift. 2 and a white tap. Choose a permanent you control. Prevent all combat damage target creature would deal this turn if it shares a color with that permanent.
Oh, I should have realized that with guard dogs.
Guard dogs. I mean, that's flavorful.
Yeah.
They protect.
It's a little tutu.
The flavor text is a good guard is alert. A great guard is also loyal.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm terrified of these dogs.
These
quite
dogs
personally.
are very spooky. Big spooky
dogs.
Boys. We got to tell you about Ultra Pro and specifically these glitter satin tower deck boxes.
So these are some brand new deck boxes from Ultra Pro.
I love them. I love them so much. At the end of the day, I'm usually just like a person who's like, put my stuff in a deck box, the end.
Yeah.
But these ones are amazing. The clear one has like rainbow glitter.
Yes.
Are you seeing if you can fit them together?
Yeah, I think you can. See?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Mix and match.
The blue one and the pink one both just have silver glitter in them. They're so gorgeous. Just go and get one. That's all I'm trying to say. Put your cards in these.
These are really, really, really cool.
They're so pretty.
And they're a brand new product, and you can mix and match them like I just did.
Wow.
We have Transflay colors here. So, think about it.
Ooh, you put this little pink one on the bottom?
The pink one on the bottom, yeah.
All right.
You can use our code GLHF for 5% off at checkout, which is really, really cool, too.
I just can't get over, I truly...
These are so cool.
Love these so much. This clear one with the rainbow glitter.
I love the rainbow glitter.
Just get it.
Just get it.
Just get it. Ultra Pro, just get it. Okay, only because I did in fact make Maria listen to basketball news today. Maria actually texted me the other day with a dream that she had.
Yeah, so I woke up from, I don't even know how to describe the emotion of this dream. Kind of like panic would be the closest thing I could ascribe to it. So my mom had purchased tickets to go see a basketball game in LA. This is something my mom would never in a million years do, by the way. And I was like, I really don't want to go. But then I was like, Megan would be so mad if I didn't.
Yes. And you specifically referenced seeing you not by name, but you referenced seeing Steph Curry. I would specifically be mad. Who is in fact in San Francisco.
Well,
that is okay. Do you know what? You got very, very close.
Very close.
What can I say?
Yeah, it was specifically to see, what did I say? The guy who makes a lot of good shots.
Yes, a lot of great 3-pointers. And do you know what? He does, Maria. He's the best in history to have ever shot a 3-pointer, to ever shoot 3-pointers.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good news for you. I'm going to the game, apparently. So
sometimes you watch him shoot a 3-pointer and you're like, it's amazing. It's great.
Oh, my God.
You know?
So So what we're going to do now is we're going to have the conclusion to the new Capenna story.
Oh, that's right. And I'm going to look up my notes real quick just because so much happens.
Yeah.
I'm going to like try and give it to us based in a little bit of order.
Yeah.
So the last time, right, the Cabaretti had their big old bash.
Their party.
But of course, there had been a bunch of infiltrators from the adversary who had infiltrated all of the families.
Yes. Obnixilis.
We had seen Giada fill the giant person-sized bottle with Halo.
Yep. Gross.
Yes, and then they had all run, and Vivian was there to help them run, and they were like, we got to find a safe place.
And Obnixilis killed Xander, right?
Oh, yeah, and Obnixilis killed Xander. That was a big part of
sad.
it. Very, yes.
We're big Xander stans here in this podcast.
Yeah, don't worry, we get to hear a little bit more from him from
great.
Beyond the Grave.
Great.
Okay, so right
the
there's
final chapter.
The final chapter. Okay, they're at the warehouse.
Oh yeah, because that's where they ran to.
Where Elspeth was like, there
Girls
was a
be
warehouse.
like, I know a place, and it's just a warehouse.
And it's just a warehouse. And Vivian's like, I'm gonna go scout, and Elspeth's like, there's definitely raccoon people over there, so be careful of them. And so for a little while, like she and Giada are just kind of like sitting on some rooftops, waiting for Vivian to come back and be like, everything is safe. And Giada's like, I'm scared of like, what if I'm not enough to save the plane? And Elspeth is like, that's not your responsibility. You just one kid, even if you're one kid who make Halo.
So she's like, I have to pump Halo for this whole plane. I don't think I can do
and
it.
she's like, this whole plane is like so broken. Like I don't know how much more of Halo like I could even make. And Elspeth
Talk
is
about
like
a formula shortage.
And Elspeth is like, yeah. It's like it's not your responsibility. It is messed up.
Also, nobody needs Halo, right? You don't need it.
Exactly. No, nobody needs Halo.
Okay.
Although we will see in a little bit why Halo good.
Okay.
So, anyways, Elspeth's like, yep, Halo's just like a bandage. You know, classic that guy slapping tape on the water jug.
Yep.
With the hole in it. And then they're like, and Elspeth's like, don't worry. I promise, like, I'll protect you so that you have time to figure out these questions for yourself.
Oh,
and
that's
she just
nice.
being her good, nice self.
Yeah.
And then Vivian's like, warehouse is all clear. And then they go and they sleep in a warehouse. And then they wake up in the morning and Vivian's like, someone's here. And then they look up and somehow Jenny Faye and her goons have found them.
Oh.
And so like they're surprised by Jenny Faye and the goons. And Jenny Faye is like about to kill Elspeth.
And wasn't Jenny Faye like friends with Giada or was...
Yes. Like, well, she was like quote unquote friends with Giada, but really she was just basically keeping her in like pretty prison.
Yeah.
So that she make Halo for them.
You.
Anyways, yeah, and like Jenny Faye is always just like, now that we have the font again, we have this bargaining chip, and Elspeth's like, it's a person named Giada. Probably call them by their name. Anyways, and Giada's like, oh, you have to let Jetmir decide what to do with these traitors. Like, Giada, right, is like all of a sudden jumps into like playing nice girl role again, and she's like, oh, Jenny, I'm so glad you're here. You have to let Jetmir decide what to do with these.
Ugh.
What to do with the traitors, and Jenny Faye is like, fine. So they go back to the Obscura hideout that Elspeth had seen at one point. And Elspeth is like, these people are Obscura, and Jenny Faye's like, don't you think I know that, dummy? And Elspeth's like, okay, I think it's a trap. But they walk in and it's not a trap. Jetmir there, he definitely dying.
Oh, what happened?
He got stabbed
in
or
the
something.
Brawl.
At the brawl.
Okay.
Yes.
The brawl ball.
Exactly. But they're like, hey, Jenny Faye is like, Giada, come here, give us some Halo so that we can heal Jetmir. And Giada's like, okay. But before they can give the Halo to Jetmir, some Riveteers and Maestro, like, infiltrators who are actually working for the adversary bust in, and they're like, oh no.
Everybody seems to be working for the adversary at this point.
Exactly. I think that is kind of the vibe, right?
Okay.
There's lots of people working for the adversary. They all bust in and they're like, no, we gotta run again. And Elspeth like busts the shackles off her arms and like breaks Vivian's too. And Vivian's like, you could have done that 20 minutes ago when we were at the warehouse. And Elspeth was like, don't worry about it. Now we're here. Anyways, they're like in a really close combat fight with like a bunch of people, you know, and then Elspeth get punched and stabbed.
Ooh.
And you're like, oh no. But then Giada gives her the halo and Elspeth drinks it and it heal her. Halo straight up just heal Elspeth from like some very, very bad wounds immediately.
Wow.
Right? So that's a good use of Halo.
Gosh. Elspeth was ready to go to the underworld again.
Right?
And they're like, drink this. All better.
All better.
That seems pretty powerful.
And then one of the Obscura people is like, follow me. There's some secret tunnels. We can get into Park Heights, which is the actual Obscura, like, top of the top layer or whatever.
Of the upside
not just
downtown.
a safe, not just safe house, but like, their actual headquarters. And so they all start running, and while they're like running, Giada like looks at Elspeth and like she's like, oh, it's Ginny Faye found us because there was a tracking bracelet, so she takes it off, and Elspeth is like, okay, so you do want to just come with us.
Wow, so she had the whole prison ankle monitor situation going on.
She really did.
Jeez,
right? I know.
Giada.
Okay, so they get to the Park Heights Cathedral. Which is the Obscura headquarters.
Okay.
And they get out, and it is a trap. It was a trap the whole time. It was a trap by the Obscura. And then Elspeth grabs Giada and is like, we gotta run. And Giada's like, but Ginny Faye. And she's like, that woman has been nothing but mean to you. She done nothing but treat you bad, Giada.
She wants to milk you.
Exactly. Like, let's get out of here. And Giada's like, do you know what? You're right. So they start running. Vivian comes with them. They're all running. They get to the actual inside of a nearby cathedral. And there's like angel statues all around. And the angel statues are all kind of like incandescent, right? They're all kind of like lightly glowing. And they're like, wow, this is amazing. And they look over and Giada is also like glowing.
Oh.
And honestly, Elspeth is a little bit glowing too, but not a lot. And that's just kind of skimmed over, but it happens.
Okay.
And they can like hear this chorus of angels in the background. And Elspeth is like, what is this? And Giada's like, this is my family. I'm home.
With
and you're
the statues?
Yes. So you're like, what? Giada angel this whole time, which I think was maybe obvious with the halo.
I already thought
exactly.
She was. Okay. It's like a Doctor Who episode.
Yes. And so Giada's like, I'm an angel. Here's my family. And Elspeth's like, whoa.
Your family, a bunch of statues? I mean, all right.
I guess. Maybe the angels are living in the cathedral in some way or can manifest through the statues. I don't know. Adversary shows up. They talk about his wings. They don't talk about how he got his suit over them. I just want to point out they specifically mention his wings and specifically leave out how he's wearing his suit with them.
Everyone who writes for Wizards of the Coast, people need to know.
On. We're asking you to answer one question.
It's a simple question.
It's a simple question.
Is it like a dickie?
Yeah. Is it just the front of a suit? Okay. Anyways.
Well, the
adversary and some of his, goons show up. And Vivian's like, you fight the adversary, I'll fight all the goons. And they're like, okay. And Elspeth's like, hey, look, at some point, Giada, if I say run, you just got to run because it means I'm going to die. And I can't fight this. And so Elspeth has her like big clunky broadsword that she had earlier, and she's trying to fight Obnixilis. But he's got a lot of armor, and his wings make him very fast. His suit does who knows what. How are they working together? Unsure.
In the wind.
Exactly.
From the front.
Anyways, at one point he busts her with some magic, and it like almost knocks her unconscious. And Elspeth is like, Giada, get out of here. And Giada is like, hey, actually, I'm not gonna run. Don't worry about me. I'm with my family now. And she like becomes Halo. She just become a giant Halo. Exactly.
She becomes the essence of Halo.
Yeah, she just is transformed into Halo.
This would
like
be like
the one card that makes things 3/3s. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
the big old 5/7.
Yeah. The 5/7. The soul.
Yes.
The soul of something.
Yeah, exactly.
And soul.
So they hear all the singing again. It heals Elspeth again.
This would be like if humans turned into a giant puddle of blood.
Yes, it is a little bit like that. Mm-hmm. Except like you can hear all the music of angels. It's nice. There's like a bunch of like gorgeous light and everything. And Giada's like, I transformed your giant bad broadsword into like a perfect weapon, which is Luxior, the beautiful blade.
The blade, yeah.
That has like halo in the pommel and stuff.
Ooh, nice.
And Elspeth is like, I can do this. Like, I came here to defend Giada and defend New Capenna, and I'm just going to stink and do it. And so she starts fighting up Nixilis. It's going much better with her nice fancy sword now, which is very nice for her. And you know, she like
love that for
she
her.
like carves out like a chunk of his neck.
Wow.
You know, and she's like, I'm about to straight up end Nixilis's demon life. Here, she like is pulling back to do it, but he planeswalk away.
Oh, come on,
I know,
Nixilis.
but he runs like the little coward that he
Wearing
is.
a dickie.
Wearing a dickie. And so that is the end of the battle, right?
Wow.
Giada has become an angel with her angel family, which means evaporating into Halo somewhere.
Weird.
Exactly. I don't know.
I need to know more about that.
Same. And maybe we will in the future, but right now, that's what we got, Maria.
Okay.
But then we have an epilogue back at the Maestro's Museum that used to be Xander's headquarters.
Yeah.
And Hello, his second in command, is there.
Looking
and he's
great
like,
in his new suit.
Yes, and he's like, I've been expecting you. And he's like, when I went to the crescendo the other night when Xander was like, go without me, he was like, I got there and I found that he had sewn this letter into my pocket.
Oh.
So he like pulls out this letter that's like, oh really, of course, is like, Xander is king. He the best.
Yeah, we love Xander.
It's a really nice letter. He's like, thank you for all of your years. Like, you're a great person. You're a great assassin. You're a great friend. Like, I'm gonna miss you, buddy. He's like, the Maestros, you're in charge now. Like, I think that it's going to be like a great thing to like have a younger leader with a great vision. And FYI, Elspeth's gonna come looking for the archives, give her access.
Okay.
And then Hello is like, I found this letter and like it saved me from getting killed at the crescendo, because as soon as I found it, obviously I ran over here because the letter was all like, I'm gonna die. And he was like, oh no.
Getting big, I'm gonna die vibes from this letter.
Yeah, exactly. It has strong, I'm gonna die now vibes. It is signed for one last time.
Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. Anyways, and Hello's like, okay, you can go look in the archives. So they look in the archives forever and ever and ever. And they find out that the Phyrexians attempted an invasion.
We knew it!
On Capenna.
Yep.
The Angels tried to stop it, but the threat was too big for them alone. So they formed an alliance with the Demon Lords. And so the demons betrayed the angels and trapped them in like stasis, where they converted the angels' bodies into Halo.
What the heck?
Really messed up.
That's
and
dark
and weird. But it was done by demons, so maybe that's just their tempo.
That's their deal.
Exactly. And so they were like, Halo helped protect the city from the Phyrexians. And they eventually defeated the Phyrexians forever with Halo. And they're like, whoa.
How did you defeat them with Halo?
It doesn't really say. It just says Halo had been the key.
Okay.
And so luckily they're like, there's a little store of Halo in the archives. So like, we're going to take this back to the Gatewatch, see if this is going to help them. And then Elspeth's like, this plane is going to just keep tearing itself apart over this stuff. But that's just that's their problem.
But I'm done here.
Exactly.
Bye.
She's like, I wonder what happened to Giada when she left with those angels. And Elspeth's like, she left with the angels. And you're like, what does that mean? We still don't know what happened. She basically just became Halo. All right. And Vivian, this is some of my favorite stuff, actually, because this is very me. Vivian's like, do you know what? There's more to New Capenna than just this dumb city. So if all these people tear themselves apart, nature will come back and get it.
Yeah,
and
there
this
we
plane
go.
will still be alive. And you're like, yes, Vivian.
Always the optimist.
Exactly. Vivian's like, do you know what? Someday all these stupid demons and people and vampires will be dead and it'll just be plants. Won't that be nice? And you're like, yes, Vivian, I agree.
Great.
That will be pretty nice.
Great. Never change, Vivian.
Anyways, Elspeth's like, I still have to try and help people. And Vivian's like, okay, big whoop.
Whatever.
Anyways, but Vivian was like, oh, BT dubs, remember in the first episode when Tezzeret took me to Urabrask?
Yes.
But way back, chapter 1, and then we didn't see Vivian for forever. And she's like, oh, Urabrask told us that there's a revolution happening on New Phyrexia right now.
Oh.
That might give us the window that we need to stop the Phyrexians. So who knows what's happening there?
I can only imagine a revolution with Phyrexians, like going on a little march, carrying their little flags.
Exactly. They're just going to tear each other apart because that's what they do.
Weird, gross, sinewy forms.
Yes, exactly.
Marching down the street.
And so I feel like they're like, okay, Elspeth's like, let's get out of here. And Vivian's like, I'll come with you. And she's like, let's go to Dominaria. We have to see some old friends of mine.
Yay!
Right? So we know that we're going to Dominaria.
Yes, we do.
And this also makes me think that we're going to go to New Phyrexia at some point and see
we for sure have to.
See whatever this war is between all of them.
So
what's the revolution on New Phyrexia?
The volume's definitely getting turned up here on the Phyrexians.
Yes.
Coming on through, probably going to try and destroy everything like they do.
Yes.
Or whatever their whole deal is.
Halo in some way can help.
Can stop them.
Also, question, can only the angels of New Capenna make Halo? Or can angels across the multiverse make Halo?
That's a great question.
There's a question for you. Or can any angel, once they're on Capenna, make Halo? Lots of questions.
Maybe it depends on the angel's diet,
Yeah, it depends on what they're eating. Also, what does it mean when the demons trapped them in stasis and converted their bodies into Halo? Are they gone forever? Is that as dark and messed up as it seems?
I think that they're going to have to free the angels on New Capenna to come out, make Halo, defeat the Phyrexians. That's my current call.
Yeah, I think that's a great call.
So keep track, everybody. Write it down on a special piece of paper and put it in your journal.
And remember, no matter how many mistakes we make here, someday all the people will be gone and the plants will take over the earth. Won't it be nice?
Nature is healing. It's time for Flavor Text Theater Battle for Baldur's Gate edition.
Yeah, we're going to give you some movie pitches with this set booster of Commander Legends Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate.
The name is a sentence.
It's so long. It's so many words. I've written shorter sentences than this, that's for sure.
What we're going to do is just going to crack this open.
Yeah, we are.
And then we're going to make up some movie pitches or TV shows based on whatever inspires us from the card.
Yeah.
And then any movie producers who are listening to our podcast, we haven't ever been contacted yet.
But do you know what?
What?
The day is coming.
The day's coming. I mean, we've had some legitimately good pitches.
Yeah, we have.
Come out of the segment, and some legitimately terrible ones.
Well,
but also
I think that they're all gold. Speak for yourself.
Nobody is here saying that a terrible pitch can't also be made into a terrible movie.
Art card, Chain Devil.
Wow, that's cool.
He's only a medium fiend.
Is that what it says?
Chain Devil, medium fiend. Strong same, buddy. Strong same.
Strong same. Okay, I've got a card here that I've pulled. All right, so this is a movie about trash kids. They're two kids living in a trash dump. And kind of just like surviving. They're like orphans who are, just trying to make it work while living at the dump. And what happens every day when new dumps get dumped into the dump, they go and they like try and figure out who wants what out of the dump pile. And they are like making their own little kingdoms on either side of the dump pile with all the dump that's been dumped. And, they're kind of in a little bit of a war, like who's going to have the better kingdom. Junk kingdom, essentially. Until one day there is a special bag that one of them doesn't take, but one of them does. And inside it are gems aplenty and gold.
Wow.
And the other one didn't choose it, so they don't get any of that. But how will those gems change the life of the kid that took them? Will they work to make the junk world into a place of dreams? Or will they just leave and have a whole new different life outside of the junkyard, leaving their friend behind to suffer? We'll find out in Split the Spoils.
Wow. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. I didn't want to give away the ending, everybody, so you'll have to go see it.
Yeah. Okay. This is the story of a people that this like village of people, this like little tiny civilization of people that for a long time, they know that in their past they used to live in these like really beautiful, elaborate caves nearby.
Into it.
But the problem is that at some point, like everyone left the caves and like started living in the forest around it, and they lost the secret of the caves inside, so they don't know anymore how to navigate them. And every single year, kind of like the lottery, this got dark real quick, just like the story of the lottery, where you're like, things are fine. Wait, everything's really bad. Never mind. mind. Once a year, someone is chosen to go in to see if they can navigate the caves because they're always trying to get back to what they imagine is this really incredible forgotten treasure somewhere in there. And they also had like a lot more safety, right? The forest that they live in is incredibly dangerous. There's always different kinds of like wild animal attacks. They sometimes struggle with like droughts or farming troubles. They're like, life was better in the caves. We have to find those secrets. Every year we send someone in. No one has ever come back yet. And so this is the story of like a young woman. She gets chosen this year. And so she prepares herself and she goes into the caves. And when she gets into the caves, she starts hearing different whispers as soon as she steps inside.
Cool.
And she realizes that the whispers come from different types of voices. And she has to be able to, like, part of the challenge is to find out which voices are the right voices to follow and which are the voices that are trying to lead her astray.
Okay.
And if she can, like, if she can determine which voice is which, she can find out the secrets of the caves using the stone speaker crystal.
Wow. I was going to say, this feels very Jim Henson-y to me.
Yes.
Dark
it could
Crystal
be very
vibes.
Jim Henson.
Okay. Henson Company, that one's free.
There you go. That's just
Call
for
us.
you. Come on.
Because that would be, that seems
you
very
want to
cool.
see
Dark
it.
Crystal situation. This movie is about a society that has lots of contact with their ancestors after they've passed. So whenever there's a problem, they'll summon them up. All the ghosts will come on in and give them life advice or help them out with tasks or whatever. And one young woman is learning how to do this, learning the process of bringing the ancestors back from the dead to consult. And she unknowingly summons like the oldest ancestor of her family.
Wow.
Look, I don't know how this works, okay? But very old. And this person is like, we don't like, coming here to do all your dirty work, like deal with your living problems and all that kind of stuff. Actually, we hate it and we just want to be left alone to do our own thing. And so she has to battle against all of her cultural and societal norms to tell them to like leave the ancestors alone and undisturbed because they don't, they've got shit to do. Sorry. Writing down my swear.
They've got stuff
to do.
Yeah.
In Summon Undead.
Wow.
Summon Undead. This is sorcery.
Also, looking at the stone speaker crystal, I'm almost certain I wrote this flavor text.
What is it?
Okay. It whispers words spoken centuries ago, coaxing wisdom from the ghosts of civilizations past.
Ooh.
I think it could be. Okay. So this next one is the story of there's this city that where the sun is always shining, but because the sun is always shining,
Denver.
where the sun is always shining, and so it turns out that like because there are always shadows cast by the buildings.
Oh yeah.
Evil things lurk in these shadows, right? And they can only live
in the shadows.
In the shadows specifically.
I love that.
But also that's the places where like all of the magic collects. And everyone in this city, of course, wants the different magical abilities that kind of come to form in these shadows.
Great.
And so there is a very select set of people that you can enter, and like you're chosen and you have to pass a bunch of tests and trials.
Cool.
Where your job is to go into the shadows that are populated by obviously some very wicked and spooky creatures, and try to escape with what little bit of magic you can from the shadows. In Agent of the Shadow Thieves.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one. Okay, my movie is about a young prince who has been, set up to be the ruler of this great kingdom. Like, it's a legacy kingdom. It's been great for a long time. People love it. But this prince is having trouble. Like, he cannot be still with his thoughts. His mind is always racing, and it's in a million different places. He's very traumatized by all the different thoughts and voices and feelings he feels in his head at any given moment. And they're like, his dad is murdered by an assassin, and they're like, you've got to be king right now, kid. Hurry up, put on the crown, get the robe on. And he's like, I'm not ready. And he starts to rule, and he just can't do it because everything is just a cacophony in his brain at all times. One moment he's happy, one moment he's angry, etc. Until a sorcerer comes and is like, I can help you out, for you are not just one prince, but four. And the sorcerer splits him into 4 versions of himself.
Whoa!
And maybe there was some weird like thing in the womb where he absorbed 3 of his brothers or sisters. I don't know. Anyway, the point is the sorcerer splits him into 4 different people to rule calmly, and each like person is like a form of his self-made manifest in the Council of 4.
Oh.
So this is a rare. This is a rare.
Ooh, yeah.
The Council of 4.
Very cool.
It's an 08 for 3 white blue.
Yeah. I had pulled 2 that were just names.
Oh, yeah.
Rasad and Bashir. And Safana Kalimport.
That's
Cutthroat.
pretty.
Yeah, this is the one
This is a foil etched.
Yes, foil
card?
etched. And then this one is a rulebook card, which is
Wow.
very cool.
How do you feel about the foil etch treatment?
I can't remember the last time I saw it, but this is very cool.
I think it's so much better than traditional foil.
Yeah, it looks really good.
And it's not like bending looks like it's going to bend or anything, you know?
No.
It just looks really pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Okay, this is the story of
All about how.
Yes, exactly. There's this woman who throws a murder mystery party for all of her friends, right?
My dream.
And so while everyone in the murder mystery party is trying to solve the murder, there's an actual murder.
Great.
And after there's an actual murder, and they're trying to figure it out, and they bring in, of course, Scotland Yard or whatever, some set of detectives. And there's 4 or 5,
Scotland Yard.
a team of 4 or 5 trying to work on this murder inside the house. And while they're trying to work on this murder, one of them is murdered. And so they have to bring in yet another, the great detective. And so the great detective determines that actually to solve the other 2 murders, the key to it all lies back in the murder party murder that wasn't real.
The fake murder.
The fake murder holds the key to the 2 real murders in murder.
Well, I can't beat that.
Murder, murder, murder.
Well, everybody, it is the end of the episode.
It is the end of the episode.
But it's not the end of our time together.
Whoa.
Because you can just re-listen if you want.
It's true, you can.
Or you can listen to the Upkeep,
We
which
have as much time together as you want, really.
is our news show we put out every Monday.
Yeah.
And we were back this Monday, so if you want a lot of news, it had a lot in it, go check out the Upkeep.
There is a lot of news.
Wherever you get your podcasts, or check it out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/goodluckhighfive.
Thank you once again to everyone who keeps this show rolling.
Yes.
Neil, Kevin.
Thank you.
Card Kingdom, Ultra Pro.
Thank you.
All of our patrons.
We're so excited to be able to hang out with you and talk Magic every week and have silly episodes
We
like
really
this
are.
one.
This one was like a pretty light episode,
Yeah.
but you know what? I think we all
summer.
know we need it.
It's summer.
It's summer.
School's off for summer. We're just going to have a fun episode,
Go give yourself a popsicle.
Yeah, go have a popsicle.
Specifically, give yourself one. That's what I said.
I'm going to give you a lime one.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
What are you going to give yourself?
That's the question. Become our friend over on Patreon. Patreon.com/GLHF Magic. We'd love to see you over there to talk basketball or our flag means death or magic.
Yeah.
All of those topics are on the table.
Yep.